coming up. The Jets and Dolphins meet for the second time. It was New York getting the win in Week 11 as they look for their first sweep over Miami since 2015. It's AFC East football, and it's next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
One started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be quarterbacked, of course, by a two-time Super Bowl champion in his 18th NFL season. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go play action with Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. And early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack, Stafford, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Second and 11 now. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards.
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking a 3 is just not that good.
When people say that we're negative sometimes, so.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Stafford's throw here, taken in by Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. Stafford on first down. And this is caught off a deflection. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Here's Stafford. Finds Hines again for the completion. Still going. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play. And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. To the air again, Stafford. The Sanders has got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's complete. Emmanuel Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score. And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Keelan Cole now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency? Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Roethlisberger will throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Stafford on 3rd down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run with Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Stafford completes it to Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Second and 20. A handoff for Gibson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Jonathan Grenard drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Miami set to take over. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 7, Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And the Jets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Stafford. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 15. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Finding Knox there, complete.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Play action, Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again is Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miller. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3. Here's Hines. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Stafford. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, the kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw complete there to Moore. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30, 10, and this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
On for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Now he's right there on the doorstep now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Ben's throw going to be taken in by Cole. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Roethlisberger. This throw over the middle, taken in by Cole. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Dawson Knox hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Cole. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
2nd and 16.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Staying on his feet. Now good hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gibson again.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And Sanders has got it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There was plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost themselves some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's caught on his sideline.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ben to throw again.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6.
And that'll bring up second down. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Frank Darby with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for two. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
But they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.